This is about 2-3 feet tall right here. Check out how tall that is. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to yet another video. So nice to have all of you guys here. Hope you guys are having a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. If you're enjoying this in the morning, you know the drill. Make sure you're having a nice cup of black coffee, as, man, does it get the blood pumping and the passion flowing for what you do. Anyway, if you haven't had coffee, go ahead and do that, and we'll resume. Anyway, guys, all kidding aside, today, as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about the Stihl KM131r. Now, real quick, for those of you guys who are watching this video, I want to go ahead and make one thing very, very clear, and that is the fact that this trimmer is literally the top of the line that Stihl makes as far as their Kombi system goes. They have so many other options for you guys, whether you're a DIY or a pro, but this just happens to be like the top rung for those of you guys who have lawn care businesses or lots of land or anything like that. Right out the gate, this is what I would consider to be a true workman's trimmer, and to me that indicates quality, right? Especially with the price. It's about $450, $500 depending on what combination or how many attachments you buy, right? It can be anywhere from $400 to $500, maybe even $600 depending on how much you're willing to buy in one visit to the store, right? So that's one thing I want to get right out the gate. This is more of a workman's trimmer for those who are out there cutting 50 lawns a week, or if you have tons of land, you're looking for something that's not only going to give you quality, but it's also going to give you speed and comfort. This is going to be the trimmer that you're more likely going to look at buying. If you're a DIYer with 5,000 to 7,000 square feet and you're only cutting one lawn every week, probably not the most practical purchase, but you could still buy it if you're willing to pay $450, $500 for the extra quality and speed. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a DIYer or a homeowner who's looking to purchase a trimmer like this, please stick with me, because a majority of what I'm going to be talking about are also going to apply to some of the lower models that you could find at your dealer, like a Km131r or a Km131r, right? Those are more residential purchases, a little more practical for those of you guys who want the multi-tool options. So highly recommend those two trimmers, as they are a little bit lower and a little bit more practical for a homeowner. Now, this actually brings me to the second thing that I want to mention. I've actually mentioned it a little bit before, but that is purchasing from your dealer. To my dealer, Terpstra's out of Griffith, Indiana, I want to say a big thank you to you guys for helping me out with this review. Really, sincerely means a lot. And just in general, for those of you guys who are looking to purchase a trimmer from your dealer, I highly recommend you do it. Again, if you've been in the lawn care industry for a while, or you have a lot of land, you're looking to upgrade to something, I highly recommend you go to your dealer, because the second you walk in there, you're going to be greeted with awesome customer service and people who know what they're talking about and are very passionate about what they do. You're going to walk out knowing things that you probably didn't know before, right? Like how to maintain your equipment over the winter, how to keep it running better, how to strap down a zero turn. Very cool, awesome, knowledgeable people at your dealer that you would never find at a big box store. So if you've never purchased from your dealer and you're considering it, I highly recommend it, because again, you're going to be armed with more information that you never knew before, and in turn, it's going to allow you to take care of your equipment by tenfold so that you can keep things running longer and faster. All right, now let's go ahead and hit the ground running. So the Stihl KM131r. Never before have I had so many friends of mine swear by a piece of equipment that you use to just trim an edge with. I have a couple of friends that I still talk to this day who have built big lawn care businesses. They're 17, 18, 19 years old. They've built big businesses. They're maintaining like 54 plus properties a week, and they swear by this trimmer. So that already says a lot to me in the fact that they're doing that amount of work and this trimmer can power through it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about one particular feature that I really like. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because, again, when you watch reviews, you don't really need to know all the features that you need to know about the trimmer. But one feature I want to talk about real quick because it really stands out to me is the auto choke release feature. Basically what that is, for those of you guys who don't know, when you start the trimmer, before you start it, you actually have to pull the choke lever up so that you get some gas going into the system, and then once you get the trimmer started, you have to kick that back down manually, feather the trigger a little bit, and get it running. The Stihl KM131R actually takes a little bit of that struggle and frustration away with choking the trimmer and getting it started. All you have to do from here is just turn down the knob to choke the unit, pull it a few times very lightly, and once you get it started, feather the trigger, and boom, it kicks the choke release back to the run position, so you don't even have to do that manually. So that's like a couple of seconds saved of you even having to turn the choke back. So that, my friends, is pretty freaking awesome. I don't know why. It's just so small and insignificant, but it stands out to me in a big way. I know it's only a couple of seconds of time saved, but as a professional who does this a lot, it does add up, and I'm telling you, it makes a really big difference. So still, great work there. Really appreciate it. All right, guys, now onto the most important part of this video, and that is going to be the performance. Now, for those of you guys who have been watching my videos, have seen some of my past reviews, you guys know that when it comes to performance, typically what I like to do is I like to talk a little bit first and then show you guys some footage of how well the unit performs or how bad the unit performs, right? Well, in this case, I'm sure everyone knows the quality of Stihl, especially when they're the top rung that you could buy at a dealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spend a little less time talking, and I'm actually going to play some clips that I've gotten in the last 2 months that I've had this trimmer, showing you guys some real world testing that I've done with the trimmer and the straight shaft edger attachment, and just show you guys how well this trimmer works. Just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with. So we had stuff almost about this tall, gradually going down because this is maintained regularly. But anyway, we had tall grasses here. Didn't even chop it in sections. I literally came right at the base of all the grass over here, and that was just enough power out of this unit to knock it all down in one shot. So this thing's professional, man. When they say it's professional, they're not kidding. It's a serious piece of kit, man. I love this thing. And might I also say, very light and comfortable as well. A lot of people like to say Stihl trimmers are heavy. I'm not going to speak for everybody on this because this is my first brand new Stihl trimmer, but this one it's fairly light too, packed in with a lot of power. So great work, Stihl. please consider subscribing to the channel. We have a ton of awesome content coming up over here for those of you who are DIYers, lawn care business owners, you name it. We have a ton of awesome content for everybody in the lawn care community coming up as we head into the winter and next spring. We got a ton of product reviews coming up, especially more with this trimmer, and most importantly, showing you guys how to get the deepest, darkest, greenest, thickest lawn on the block. With that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. If I don't see you in the next video, your lawn is gonna be dominated. See ya.